Boom. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the May 3rd edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you this morning? First off, let me know, can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know how all that's working. And then, we need your normal stuff. This is your first time here. This is how we run stuff. I need to know where you're from. I need to know what the weather is like in your area and what is in your cup. The other thing that we would really appreciate you doing is joining in. Hey, this show is nothing without you. And one of the things that we like to do, and one of the things that I do daily to keep me on task, is 5 things. So what we do, what are 5 things that you are going to get accomplished today? So that's the gist of it. And then we talk about whatever we need to do to help you have a successful day. We want to set you up for success today on this beautiful, gorgeous 40-degree Wednesday in May. I'm over it. I just want it to be warm, which it looks like we're going to set the 80s this weekend. So hopefully that all pans out. Where are we? Hey, we're in the greater Quad City area. We're in, Iowa, Illinois border. Pretty much, in the last week, if you turn on the national news and you heard anything about flooding, and they were in Davenport, Iowa, that's where we're at. That's my easy way to tell you right now. So if you see a downtown flooded, that's us. Doesn't affect us at all. Other river that's behind us that we're actually closer to, that one's still in its banks just fine. So we are good to go. We're going to talk about what's happened this week, what we're looking forward to this week, and what's going on today. Now, our 5 things that we have to get done is I've got DTF to print. It took in, if you didn't know, we were back up and running on Friday. Went through, Friday over the weekend, got everything, kosher, seemed to be going good. Did a sale over the weekend, everything printed out magnificent. So that was a plus. Yesterday wasn't the biggest production day for us because we knew that half the day we were going to be out of the office down at the Children's Hospital for Hudson's appointment, which I'm happy to report. Everything is just looking fine on the different stages of kidney issues, right? What was that called? Kidney failure, the different stages of kidney failure. He's actually stage 2, but border stage 1. So really good news there. In fact, we don't have to go back for a year now. So that was super exciting. But then you get back, and I had talked with somebody about doing a job for them, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or so. And they're like, hey, there's a big job on this. Is there anything we can do on pricing work? And I'm like, absolutely. Here's what we can do. And then yesterday afternoon, I get an email that says, hey, this is going to be a rush job now because I didn't realize what day it was. Is there any way you can help us out? So it's just under 300 square feet that we need to have printed and shipped out today. So good times right there, right? So we're working diligently on that to get that out today because that's a must. That needs to go out. Print DTF. Then we've got shirts. We've got a couple orders that came from Florida, I do believe. So we've got those. I think it's just 8, 6, 10 shirts, something like that. So we've got to get that out there. I've got to order supplies and products because we run through stuff. So we've got a couple orders coming in for what is that? Softball, baseball add-ons, things like that. So we've got to get those going there. Invoicing, got to get invoicing out. I'm getting caught up on it, but there's still a few that I haven't got to yet, and I need to get those done, or at least get a big start on them. And then I got to send out an email blast. And what is the email blast? The plan right now is for our VIP DTF membership to it's going to happen this week. If you signed up for it, in fact, I'm going to put the form down here in the comments. Because there is only going to be, well, here, before we get into it, let's check in. We'll see how everybody's doing, and then we'll talk about that. But that was our 5 things: print DTF, print shirts, order supplies, invoice, send an email blast. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with that. Check it. I got to answer a message real quick on that. So really, tell me more, sir. All right. Somebody just hit me with something that could be a price savings, and I'm always interested in that. So let's check in. Kelly, good morning to you from Rainy 51 in Cali. Hey, we just wait a couple days, and it's going to be like 1,000 degrees, right? Because that's how it works there for Kelly is that it's either cold or hot. Darren, good morning to you. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. And Jerry, good morning to you. Sound, do you have sound? Look at that, Renee, 39 on its way to 66 and finally sunny. Yeah, water in the bottle, coffee in the cup. And good morning from Renee, or from Jerry to Renee. And Barb's checking in from north central Minnesota, where it is 38, sunny and headed to the mid 60s. Oh, I love the sounds of that. I love the sounds of that. Tea in the cup this morning for Barb. And her 5 things. Quotes, send customer designs for approval. DTF, monthly embroidery machine maintenance. Love that, Barb. Do you know how many people don't have that scheduled? Just maintenance in general, and they really should. Like, we've got our daily maintenance that we have to do on our printers, our weekly and our monthly. So kudos to Barb for having that on the schedule. And if you don't have a schedule, set one up so that way you can do maintenance. Now, me, there's some things. Maintenance on a Wednesday to me is always good because I have days if I need to order stuff, have it there. Maintenance on Friday scares the hell out of me because people leave offices early. If I need to order anything, then I'm not getting it there. And Monday maintenance always scares me too because we've got orders that come in for the weekend. So I love Wednesday maintenance day is a great day. Usually Tuesday. Tuesday used to be the day that production wise, we did not do a whole lot because I really focused on working on the business on Tuesday. That's when we would do Tuesday with Todd. That's when I would do my maintenance. That's when I would check in and set up stuff for emails and posts. And I need to get back on that schedule. I need to stop making this a job and start working back on the business instead of in it. But it's been a trying first 4 months, right? We've had a lot go on, both personally and professionally. So we are getting out of that funk. And one of the things is just last month alone, we figured between parts that we bought for printers and then not making any profit, and actually we did lose on a few jobs because of shipping charges and overnight fees and things like that, rush that we didn't account for. It ended up being it was close to 10K. It was a 10K hit last month. So whereas we were like, here, we're going to buy a new dryer this month, we're going to do this. Yeah, take a 10K hit, and that puts a dent in your purchasing power for the month. So you just hold off and reestablish and rebuild that. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, it was nice. It did not feel good to spend that out, but we were able to keep our customers happy. We were able to be back up and running, and we were able to weather the storm. And that's what being a business owner is all about, right? And Jerry saying hi to Barb. And you saw us. Perfect. We got it there. Kelly's 5 things. Several canvas pictures. Kelly, what printer are you running? Are you running a Roland VG3 or VG2 or something else? Which one are you running there? Banners, signs, T-shirts, more racing decals. Love it. Love it. How's this tattoos working out for you? Let me know, because I always like to hear feedback, good, bad, otherwise. So that way we know how to make things better on that. I actually had somebody yesterday, because of some of the stuff that we shipped out, we just blind shipped. It came in, we would just, they would ship out for us. And that's where we realized that there was a little bit of shipping differences for what we charge versus they charge. And when you're not making anything on an order to begin with, when there's a difference of $5 to $20 on shipping, that sucks. The other thing is there was a couple orders. There was one order where it wasn't crystal clear on stuff, and there was a couple issues with it. And so, hey, what does that mean? We have to reprint, reship out of ours. And we were able to work with our vendor to be like, hey, here, this is a quality control issue that we're seeing. And that's the only way right? Is if it's the only way the people that you work with know that they screw up is if you tell them. And don't ever take that. If a customer brings something to you and says, hey, this is screwed up, and it's legitimately your fault, don't get pissed about that. Like, I love that. Why? Because I wouldn't know otherwise. I'd think everything do. You remember, Ron Burgundy, when he just read that line off the teleprompter and went about his day like everything was fine? It's me. So appreciate that to make sure that everybody is taken care of and get what they expected. So, don't get pissed when customers tell you that they have issues with the product and it is your fault, not there. Jeff, good morning to you. 45 in Northern Kentucky. Warm in the basement. Diet Dr. Pepper. Today, a little printing, packing, and cutting vinyl every day. Also, TrackMate. Sounds like a great Wednesday there. Wednesday for us is early out day for the kids, so that throws a little wrench in it, but not a whole lot. I got a call at 3 o'clock, I believe, too. So I've got that going on. And a few Facebook users So these are doing we'll be able to do off and who's doing what, saying what, all of that. Now, the way to stop that is if you just head right here to this guy, you just head over to it right there, fatdadlive.com. You know what that'll do? That'll get you over to our YouTube channel. While you're there, make sure to like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and when we go live, you will be notified. And that way we can be able to see who you are. And I don't have to say, hey, Facebook user, watching from Omaha. It is 45 there. And Omaha, Omaha, two things come to mind when I think Omaha. I traveled to Omaha, I don't know, probably, I don't even know how old I was. I was little, 8 to 10. My mom was opening up a store because she was a regional manager for, I don't know, like a Dollar Tree, Dollar General, it was some kind of dollar store. And she was a regional manager for it at the time. And they opened up a store. I think it was either in Council Bluffs or in Omaha, and she took us for the weekend. And I don't really remember a whole lot. I just remember going there. I also, Peyton Manning, Omaha, and Jim Rome, always called Omaha Bugaha. So those are my memories of Omaha. But look at that, 74. Oh yeah, get me back in those 70s. That is going to be great. Yay for Hudson. Yeah, it's one of those where we, when he was born, and having surgery, of those first three months, we went through 2 surgeries, multiple appointments. It felt like we lived at the Children's Hospital for those first 3 months. And to see him progress now, and they're like, yeah, they should be good to go. We just now have to monitor it. So super excited about that. And another Facebook user that's down in Austin for 64 degrees. That's 64. Doesn't sound bad at all. Mo, good morning to you. And here, if you go right click, do all this, that'll get you into the forums because we will talk about this. We'll get caught up. And then we'll bring back to talk about that. And there it is. Good morning, Pilar. Thank you for joining us at 7:45 Colorado time, which is not Midwest. So good morning to you. Did we decide when are you headed out? Is that next week? Are you headed to Singapore next week? And Mo, the Pacific Northwest, 70. Woohoo! 70 is right. And see another Facebook user. It's John. All right, John. Usually you watch T-shirt. I usually see you watch T-shirt Chick Live. Yeah. See, that's how we know each other, right? Jenny, good morning to you. And Kelly's got the VG2. We love the tattoos. We'll have another order. Racers get their quantities together. Awesome. How you liking that VG2? So we have the SP, right? And it's been a workhorse for us. And while the color gamut is larger, if we were to go to the VG series, VG1, you'd have to switch over to VG2, which most all of them are done anyway. Now there's the VG3. My biggest gripe about the VG lines is that they are not self-serviceable. I said that right. Self-serviceable, which means I can't get in there to do things. They are locked. So we have to have a technician come in to do anything, major with it. So I can't replace boards. I can't replace heads. I can't do anything more than just maintenance on it. And that's frustrating because I want to be able to work on my own printer. On my printer, I've saved thousands over the years by doing all of our own stuff to it. So to be able to do that, that's my one gripe with it. But print quality on those bad boys, amazing. And Sarah, good morning to you. The assistant to the regional manager. I was the assistant at that time because I was the kid, right? We're always the assistant. Omaha means 311 in the zoo to me. Well, see, we all know something. Keisha, good morning. My test, finished screen printing 30 shirts. Love that. Send out newsletter. Did you figure that out? Because I know we talked about that last Thursday, right? Sending out the newsletter. Gather emails from LinkedIn for event planners and go climbing. Yeah. So Keisha does this thing where she's like climbs rocks. Like I climb stairs, and that's even pushing it. So any of you people that do that type of stuff, my hat's off to you. Now I know my portly self may not seem like it, but at one time I was a long distance runner, and I was okay at it, and I gave that up. And now I have 2 friends who are ultra runners, like running 50, 100-mile marathon things. I don't drive my car that far some weeks, so it just boggles my mind that they're able to do that. Early June, we fly across the globe. So 3 weeks, a month, next month. You absolutely love my new printer. Never had an issue with it. I've had it for 4 years. Great to know. Because that was the thing is they were releasing those pretty quick. VG1, VG2, VG3, because VG1 and VG2 came out pretty back to back, and there were some issues with ink and stuff, and the VG2 replaced that. And I guess, yeah, I'm thinking, man, the VG2 hasn't been around that long, but yeah, it's pre-COVID. Now COVID threw everything into a loop of when stuff came out, because VG3 just came out last year, beginning of this year. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. So yeah, through there. I was a long distance runner. I ran cross country. I was okay-ish at it, but yeah, I run miles per day. It was not unheard of to run 10, 15 miles a day. Not happening anymore. Rye, good morning to you, my friend. I was on the track team for 3 years. Never touched a track part of that. So Jeff, here's the thing: is they said you should join track, and I'm like, why? I couldn't. Track boggle my mind. I'm like, I start here, I end here. At least with cross country, we started at a place and we ended at a different place, and we got to, go through the woods and that. And just being on a track, I don't know, it just felt really weird to me, so I didn't do it. And Pilar says, if I can connect with rhinestone suppliers or other things, I can use my business over there. It's a business trip. Absolutely. You should probably see what you can find over there for a factory tour and do that anyway, because there's shirt vendors over there. There's that. You should totally do it. I would totally that. Rye said, I tried out for track, saw the running. And Rye, you run now, right? Like you work out and you run, so you'd be fine right there. Oh, sounds like you need to find those old pictures again. I bet I have them pretty close. I bet I do. Damn you. Let me look and see. Let me look and see how quick, and let's see if I can find them or not. But I know Corey has them somewhere. She's got all the pictures. I was like a slim, like 150. I was a twig. It was it was yeah. It was a good time, the shorty shorts, and the tank tops. That was us, It was I still got friends from that we ran with, because when our senior year, there was only 3 of us seniors. So we pretty much had the rule of the roost, as they say, but not necessarily, because prior to us, they had a team that ran together for 3 years, and they were all state. We went to state. I think we finished like 5th in state, and so we were there to supporting staff, and still ran and did everything with them. But then being us three seniors, we had a below us. There was like freshman, sophomore. There was a lot more. There's a lot more of them, so it's easier to build the team around. So it was like, hey, we can do that. So we basically became like the emotional support team for them, I guess you would say, because it was like, here, yeah, you guys can do this. But man, it was such a screw off year that it was amazing. My senior year was a total blow off. Now that I think about it, I could have graduated at the end of my junior year. Yeah. And I just decided not to, because what the hell am I going to do? I'm 16. What am I going to do with my life? Let's just take a bunch of art classes and screw around in senior year. So I did. I just like to see. I didn't have those quick handy. Otherwise, we would post those, because if it was there, I would totally do it. Let's see. Pilar, howdy, and hello. Look at that. Look, you guys all turning away there. Ryan turned around and walked away there from all that running. Yeah, now I run. See, we all do things right there. I ran nowhere. Coach wouldn't let me. Son just had a track meet at old high school. Still have the school record for discus. Awesome. Is that cool? Did you point up there like, that's me? Don't you forget about it. That's me. Look at that. I was on the track team back in high school. Discus, shot put, hurdles, relays. Man, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I just kept my foot home in the gym. Yep, there. See, now look at everybody checking in and seeing how they're all doing this morning. Look at that. Great times this morning. Okay, so DTF VIP membership. So the way this is going to work is we are going to start this. It's going to start with a limited number of people, right? Because I just want to make sure that we can handle all the production, and then we'll check it again next month, and if we can add more, we'll add more. So there's going to be limited spots. There's only 20 spots available. Currently, there's more than 20 people that have signed up to be notified when we go live. Does that mean they're all going to sign up? No. but they all could. And then I don't even have to do an email blast out for everything else, because that email blast to everybody that signs up, you'll be the first ones to know when it's live. All right. So you'll have first shot at it. It's going to be a hidden category on our site, so you won't even be, normal people won't be able to see it. If you sign up, you are going to get that notification. You go there, you sign up for it, boom, you're done. What is it, right? So it's going to be $50 a month. That's a 5 and a 0. What that is going to get you is you're going to get your own unique discount. That's going to save you 15. That's a 15% off of DTF transfers, whether those are ones that you submit online or you use the ready to press. The big kicker is that discount. You need to place your orders online through the website in order for that discount to take into effect. So that's the big kicker to it. But that's going to save you 15% off of it. What else is that going to give you? It's going to give you first in line service, which means no rush production fees. So how does that work? Well, typically our production time is 3 to 5 business days. If somebody wants it in 2 business days, it's a 10% charge. If they want it next day, it's a 25% charge. And if you want same day, the order has to be placed by 10 a.m. and under 60 square feet, and that is a 50% service charge. If you are signed up for the VIP membership, that does not apply to you. You're first in line service. So most everything is going to go out within the 2 business days. I'm going to do my best to get everything out next day. So you order today, it's going to ship out tomorrow. And there's going to be in some instances where you order today, it'll go out today. So you always be first in line service. So you don't have to pay for any of the rush production fees. Now, standard shipping will apply. If you want upgraded shipping, you will have to pay for that. We can't cover that because, man, some of you would kill me on shipping, because when we ship stuff normally, it's like $25 to ship out on it. So I can't do that. But that's what you get on that. The other thing you're going to get is a $25 coupon that is good towards our ready to press DTF transfer. So you choose, and it's a use it or lose it type of thing. So that coupon will expire every month. You have $25 to use to our ready to press DTF transfers. So you can order up some transfers. That can't be carried over from month to month, but that's how the program works. You're going to get 15% off. You're going to get a $25 coupon, and you're going to get first in line service, all for the low price of $50. Now, a lot of you are already spending more than $50 a month in rush fees. So I'm actually losing money doing this, but what we're doing is converting that to a recurring revenue stream. So it's easier to manage things like that. When you sign up for this, when you go to purchase it, it will be a 0 price, because with it being recurring, I need to send a separate invoice that has the recurring spot to it. So you'll sign up for it, you'll get an invoice, boom. Once you pay that, within 24 hours, you'll get your codes and you will be active. So that is happening this week. I'm almost positive that email is going to go out to those signed up for this first, the first to be notified. That's going to happen today. You're going to get a 24-hour head start. If everything does not fill up, then tomorrow an email blast will go out to everyone else. And then if it's still not filled up, then Friday morning, we'll go ahead and talk more about it and show links to it on Morning Mindset. So that, in a nutshell, is what the MVP, VIP, the something P, the D to the F to the P. That's what it is. The D to the F to the P. That is going to start up. That's starting up this week. So super excited about that. So ta-da. Now, this week, how has this week been going? So far, so good. We've had a really good week. Things are going right. Things are going in the right direction. After last month's debacle, it's good to see things going in the right direction. Orders are coming in. I still need to work on the business more. And I think, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's one of the hardest things to do as a small business owner, whether it is a solopreneur, just you by yourself, you and your significant other, you and your small team. It's hard to work on the business yourself, to make sure that you're posting, make sure you're doing emails, to make sure that your work to that I've strayed away from in the last couple months with everything that's gone on. So I need to really get back to that. So in the group, you'll see a lot more posts interactively, showing off what day it is, asking questions about stuff, posting news articles that I see, posting other blogs that we'll see, other videos, things to create more content, to create more interaction. You're going to see more of The other thing that took a really big hit was our affiliate sales. It wasn't anything like super like extravagant, like not for our, yeah, but it was enough for pay for every little bit helps. And when I see that, decrease as much as 75%, and I look back and it's because I wasn't working on the business to make sure this stuff was out. Yeah, I need to go back to do more of that. Same thing with YouTube. I've done a Tuesday with Todd for a while. Yesterday was going to be a Tuesday with Todd, but the day carried on, and then when we took a rush order in, it was more important to me to set that up to make sure that they were taken care of before this. So I need to get back into doing that El Pronto. I need to get back into doing shorts. I need to get started on more videos. There's so much I need to do, and I need to take responsibility for that. My fault. I screwed up. I dropped the ball. I'm the one who didn't do it. Nobody else did. It wasn't anybody else's fault. It wasn't anybody else's fault that we had issues, in the business. It wasn't anybody else's fault that we had issues with printers. It wasn't anybody else's fault that we had issues with stuff being delivered wrong or printed wrong or anything like that. That's all on me. I can't not push the blame off. It's on me. I have to take responsibility of it. And at the end of the day, it'll all work out, right? That's what we have to do. We all have to work out and do that. Barb says the best exercise is riding and working with horses. My favorite. I think I only remember riding a horse one time as a kid, and it scared the hell out of me. So I don't know if I've ridden a horse since then. I think they're majestic beasts, but I don't know. I think it was the Clydesdales that scared the hell out of me because those are like living dinosaurs. Those are way too big for what they are. When you see like a My Little Pony to a Clydesdale, it's crazy. Jerry, I was in theater and marching band. Nerd alert. So here's a good one for you. I was in a different school's theater, like a school across the river. I worked on productions of Scrooge for them, set designing, building, and that wasn't even our school. We just went over and did it. So we're in their yearbook and we didn't even go to their school. So I thought that was kind of fun. I don't mean DFT. I don't mean DFT by any means, right? We know this, not at all. Thanks, Pilar. Yeah, hit it. Hit that like, share, turn on those notifications, do all that. Darren said, I wish I wouldn't have done track in high school. I wish I would have done track in high school. Would have helped me in the Highland Games. What part of it? Because really, like let's be honest here. It's just us. We're just friends talking. High school sports rarely gives you what you need to succeed in life. It's usually the more dedicated when you see the personal trainers and see the personal coaches. Those are the ones. Our local softball scene on the travel side frowns upon you signing up for anything in dad's club, anything in the Parks and Recs leagues, anything in the school system, because they say they ruin players because they don't teach them proper technique. So there's both sides of it. Now, me, I loved run, but I didn't love getting yelled at to run. It was like, all right, cool. This is fun. We're just out here enjoying it, having a good time, running with some friends. But as I got older, I just got fat. That's pretty much it. And why did I get fat? Because I quit running. So I guess I should start running again right there. Look at that. Oh yeah, Ryan wasn't feeling great. This is allergies. It rained here. That helped with your allergies. Yeah, the rain will definitely help with that. I know. The other thing that we had going on yesterday is that we had our new Corey got her patio. She's been going on and on about this for years about what she wanted, and she kind of forced my hand by buying new patio furniture on our way back from a DAC show. If you haven't heard that story, that's a great story as well. That to give you a little recap of it, we went to DAX, Minnesota. On our way up there, there's this little Amish furniture place, and she saw this turquoise table that was outside, and I said, "Oh, we can stop on the way back." Thinking that we were coming back on Sunday and they were going to be closed, but we came back on a Saturday. I actually saw a different one than what she saw. We ended up making the purchase of it. I bought adult furniture. Not the stuff that I've purchased prior in my life has always been the here's the $150 Walmart side stuff because hey, whatever, it's going to last a year or two. Great. It was just this was a butthole pucker stuff, but it's lifetime, whatever. But we couldn't have it until their new stuff came in, because it was a display pieces. They gave us a deal. Okay, great. And there was some other stuff that needed, so it was going to be like 6 months or 7 months before we got stuff. Then when it was getting ready to get delivered, it got stolen. So it was stolen, and they ended up recovering. It was a good little story in the local area about that. When we got, they said, hey, we can order you new stuff. I'm like, no, I want that stuff. So they replaced the stuff that was broken on it. Got that with a good little story. And then now it had no room for stuff. So, now a patio is done. So her patio finally got poured yesterday. We should be able to put everything up on it tomorrow by Saturday and enjoy it this weekend. So Mama's happy. When Mama's happy, everything is happy. I was thinking of doing something similar, more of a subscription base. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing is that's why I went monthly recurring on that, because it's easier to manage. Here I've got this, and then let them purchase with a discount code and give them some extra stuff with it. Because the biggest thing to me was, if I did that before, when we had the Spangle machine, where a subscription, you got so many. But the problem with it is two things. You're tied to it, because people are a monthly thing, and that's for this one. I asked, monthly or yearly. It was like 99% took the monthly over the yearly, even though the yearly saved them money, is because they didn't know, they wanted to be with that, or at least whatever. For me, it made more sense too, because if I want to shut this off and say, hey, we're done, we're ending this program, we're finishing this off, get it out of here. When we had the Pro Spangle, I only kept this Pro Spangle as long as I did, was to finish off a few of the memberships that were in it. And I let people know, hey, when this is up, we're done with it, because you're tied to it. You're consistently doing it for that. The other thing is that subscription, so it was just random, here's this, we had a theme for a month, but then it was consistently creating that thing. And then what happened with stuff we were sending out that people didn't want or didn't like or didn't need, they were kind of like, eh. So it was like, how can I do that better? Well, here's how we do it. Here's a $25 coupon towards that, so you can purchase what you want when you want, as long as it's in that month. So it created less work for us, less stress of coming up with new designs, new things like that. So that's why we went this way with it, monthly, and then putting on the discount to let them do it. Oh, I never said, here's what I'm drinking this morning, White Monster. Imagine that, right? Look at Sarah. Sarah. Yesterday was all about working on the business instead of in the business, while my staff worked on production. So I feel so good about the amount I accomplished. It'll help me so much moving forward. And Sarah sent me a couple things, not for approval, but I think for, just to show off what she did. Sarah, you crushed it on that. I'm super proud of you. Super excited of this new change to distinctive merch. Distinctive merch company. I think it's a great direction that you're going, and it was good to finally meet you face to face. And I love our chats that we have. Let's see. It's shorts for me this month, and so shorts. And for us, I need to get back on it. My goal, 7 a day. 7 shorts a day. I'm just going to post it back to back, and it's just going to be the printer running. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to video there as we're printing stuff. I'm just going to have it there, 7 a day, 15, 30 seconds long. That's what I'm going to do. That's starting today, right? Write it down. Let's 5-3. Let's see how it is. Well, I'll make all the notes of it today, because you go live at 10 o'clock. So you go live in like an hour or so. I'm going to make a note. Here's where my numbers are for stuff, and see it. And maybe next month I can afford 2 Big Mac meals from YouTube revenue. Ooh, that's where I really need to step up the other side of the game and get more standalone content out there. Right? She's crazy. Horses, they bite, right? I'm telling you, I'm right there with it. Jerry, I was in the band too. Did you play the flute? What did you play? Clarinet, flute? I'm trying to picture what is maybe a clarinet. Even did the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra in the Ever Dorky band camp. There you go. Fun fact, I was in the band as well, just so you know. I played the saxophone for 5 years, 6 years. I played the saxophone up until my freshman year. I was like, I'm done. And it was because I did not, you were in band, you were in the marching band, and I did not want those wool-ass suits and walking in parades. Done. Nope. But saxophone. I could probably still break out a little pomp and circumstance for you. Dun, 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 dun. But that was the extent of it. I played the saxophone. I really want to learn to play guitar. I think I could sing not so well, but I could serenade myself, which would be good because I could do it quietly. Last week someone was looking for Richard's hats. They find them. I did, but here's the thing: it was going back and forth with the client. It was nowhere near the order that it needed to be to go through the hassle for 2 hats. Just wasn't. But I did do that. Hey Ryan, sorry for the delay listening and not reading along. Technique for stones and hammers. Oddly enough, golfers make for great hammer throwers. I did not know that. We learn something new every day. Never got to try the hammer. Always wanted to. I never did either. Look at that. Great job. See? Saxophone. Yeah. Saxophone. That's what it was. Is that a saxophone or is that a pipe? Yeah, either way. Played the clarinet all of middle school. They kicked me out of it in high school because I played football. Why can't you do both? Why can't you do both? See, I called it. Played the clarinet for concert band. Trumpet. That was, I could see you playing the trumpet. And the contrabass clarinet for the symphony. Okay, so why 3 different ones? That seems like a lot to juggle with that. Could you still pick it up and play it today? Rye's going live in about an hour. So while everybody's here, while we got you here, go ahead, click on Rye's name, like, subscribe. He'll go live in an hour, and then you can go ahead and we can continue having fun conversation over there. But for me, like I said, we got stuff to do. I got Rye in an hour. So in between that hour, I'm going to set up the DTF stuff. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to send orders over to Corey that I know that we need to order stuff for and have her go through that. And I'm going to start in on invoicing. But I got to finish up the site and add a picture to the website to be able to link all that together. And we're going to send that out today and get that rocking. Let's see. Jerry played the sax too and the clarinet and bass violin. Not all at one. You were in the one-man band. And Darren used to play the guitar. That was the plan, to move LA and be a rock star and work in special effects as my day job. Darren, I still think there's plenty of opportunity for that. I still think that you can. I don't know about you. I don't know if anybody wants to move to LA anymore because it just costs so damn much. But you can still be a rock star. You can be the YouTube rock star and still do special effects. I'm telling you, you can still do this. I was a special effects geek. I really love that. The movie FX, that changed my life, and I'm like, I'm going to do all this and I'm going to do all that. And I used to get really good into Halloween, and I was pretty good at making flesh wounds and zombies and things like that. I had a ball with that, and I haven't done that for quite a few years. It's probably been 8-10 years, so maybe you should get back on that. I should probably start planning for Halloween now. I should make a graveyard out front, start building. I should do something like that. I should do. But I want to build a mega tree this year for Christmas, so I should probably start doing all that. I got new lighting that I want to put out outdoors, which anybody has outdoor lighting, just throwing this out there because you never know. I'm looking at the Govee outdoor lighting. There's 2 different systems. There's the Fantasy Pro and then the permanent outdoor lighting. Fantasy Pro is strips, and the Outdoor Pro is pucks. And I'm not sure which one to go with. I really like the way the strips look, so I think that's what I'm going to go with, is the permanent LED strips. All I can do is suck, and then I have to go with the other ones, but my gut tells me I want to go with those. Let's see. Oh, don't get me started on this, Jeff. The bagpipes. So when my grandma passed away, when we spread her ashes, we had her thing was always the bagpipes, and it's always been that was our thing that we did. Especially we're down in our area, pretty big Irish heritage here. Great St. Patrick's Day fest. Tons of bagpipes. It's always a blast, and so I grew up with that, and that it just brings me back to my childhood when I hear that. And so that was one of her things, was that, when she passed, she said, I want bagpipes played. And so now every time I hear bagpipes, I just bawl because I think about her. But, bagpipes. That's awesome stuff. We're going to look at it there. It should be clicking. Yeah, there it goes. Anyone going to GPX Long Beach in August? No, I am not going to GPX Long Beach in August. Maybe I should look into that. But no. The Long Beach, the plan still is Long Beach for Impressions Expo next January. That's still the plan. So I think we might be done with shows. Between changes in the business, between what may happen here the rest of the summer, between a $10,000 hit last month, my travel budget has been chopped. So no, we're gonna make Diana is fair. Uh, you know, we're doing Disney and airfare is just redonkulous. So looking at the different opportunities of where we could go, I started looking at airfare for stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. For Shirt Labs is 2 days at the end of July, and airfare is ridiculous. So we're really on the fence about stuff. I did stage makeup for theater for 4 years in high school. It was great to do all the latex work for the scars. I know, I love that. That's my favorite part. I love that. And Barb played the clarinet and alto clarinet in high school. Now mandolin. Oh, play the mandolin, the fiddle, and the guitar, time permitting. My family gets together and jams. I have a kid that plays the banjo. Barb has the best life. Besides living in Minnesota where it's cold, Barb has the best life. If I could take Barb's life and move it south, we're like we're two kissing cousins away from Tennessee, right? Is that what it is? But I mean, Barb, I love that. Darren, I used to have a whole yard set up, which led to DJ lighting and getting into DJ. Live in the country, so no one to set it up for. You just set it up for yourself, man. You just put it there. Rye would do that. Rye would just sit there and DJ live to us. What was it on Twitch? So yeah, I think you could do that. Remember, Rye would. I think one of the first, and it's weird because I found Rye a different way. I think the first time I saw him, he was actually making beats from samples in his studio. And then the second time was, I think he chimed in over at on one of Matt's lives. And I was like, why does that name sound familiar? I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I remember that. I'm like, damn it, that's what I love. Because I had friends in high school that are still damn good DJs and they can still throw down. And I was like, man, that's what I'd love to do that. But I never had the time. I never made the time. Jeff says, my travel budget was shot when the head of my printer crapped out. Yeah. Best thing, heads on printers, not cheap. Like he said, on parts alone last month, between three heads, boards, parts, dampers, everything that went along with is just under $5,000 is what we spent last month. So yeah, I totally get you on that. Stage makeup is pretty cool. I really got into making life casts. There's some pictures of me teaching how to do a head cast. I was the dummy. I'm still here, so I must have taught him well. Man, see, I just need to. So here's what I need: I need this whole influencer marketing, affiliate link, all that stuff to take off, and I just need it. I don't need to be loaded, folks. I just need, if it can pay me like $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year, so I can pursue all this other fun stuff. Because, like, what else do I want? I need to open a barbecue restaurant. That's on my bucket list, is to have a barbecue restaurant. They'll be open until we sell out of meat. That's just how it works. It's going to be a counter service. So you come in and get it. You go there, and that's it. That is a goal of mine in life. I want to do more cooking videos, more cooking shows, more things like that, because it's something I love doing. In fact, this weekend it's supposed to be nice. We're looking at doing brisket and ribs, and I might even try and make some smoked turkey deli meat. And I said maybe we should do some sausages, but I need a new sausage stuffer. That sounds dirty, but maybe I'll order that up today, and that way I'll make some sausages for this weekend. Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? Some sausage and some brisket and some ribs and some turkey. Oh, man, that sounds good. You read it as The Mandalorian at first. I get it. Look at that. See? Rye's going to set it up for you. Airfare from Chicago to Missoula was over $1,300. I had to pay for a middle seat. Missoula. What is that? Wait. See, I think Missoula. I think Missouri, and that's Spain, right? I had to pay for a middle seat on one of the flights and have 2 stops on the way out. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. We looked at. In fact, we were just looking at airfare to places. Sweden. We found airfare to Sweden. It was like $700 round trip. And I was like, "You want to go to Sweden?" go visit Corey's homeland and have some fun there. Really thought about that. I found Rye through Craigslist Casuals. No wonder they got rid of that section. Not that I know, but that's what I heard. They got rid of it. Dang, that was a long time. That's how I came across you, right? I remember it was something I don't remember. It was something on Beats or something that somebody was asking, mixing on stuff, and you know how you go down that rabbit hole. And I was like, oh, this guy's pretty dope. I can follow along with what he's talking about, and it makes sense. And then you just kind of fall off, and then. I don't think it was more than a month or two later you were there with Matt. I'm like, oh shit, all right, let's go back here. Right? Yeah. That sounds awesome. It would be. It was. Speaking of cooking, I just burnt my toast. Don't you have a real toaster that just pops up? Like you set it for the thing? And I learned this, and I could be wrong about toasters, but I always thought it was, the 1 to 6 was the darkness setting, and it's not. It's how long the damn thing's gone for. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Why did I think it was a dark the light setting? I'll never know. 1 to 6 for minutes makes way more sense, but yeah. Ooh, grilling this. Oh, Montana. Oh, to Montana? God damn. I was thinking it was Spain. I'm like, 1,300 sounds decent, but to Montana? You might as well just Uber it for that. Toast got stuck. Get a bigger toaster. That's what you can do. Get a bigger toaster. That ones that fits bagels. And put it in there. Then you'll be set, ready for that. All right. I gotta get out of here. We're gonna keep this conversation rolling right until the time Rye starts, which is now in 20 minutes or in 40 minutes. So he can get his toast in, go in there. Wait, a timer? Yeah, it's a timer. It's legit a timer. It's not the darkness of the toast. I thought it was too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I said someone. I remember it felt like such an idiot and I could be wrong, but that's what they're like. That's not a darkness of toast meter. That's a time meter. I'm like, no, it's not. They're like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm like, yep, you're right. 1 minute, more white toast. 5 minutes, dark toast, bagel. Oh, okay. Because they said, how would it know the difference between an English muffin, a bagel, and a piece of toast? You're like, it wouldn't know. Oh, I should toast this more because it's a bagel over a piece of toast. They're like, it's minutes. You're right. It's minutes. You're right. It's minutes. I was totally threw me off for it. And my ticket to Montana was almost, yeah. See, that's ridiculous. Flying, like I said, for us to to fly from here, our airport to Orlando, it was like $600 a person. And we think we might go out of Chicago because it's still early enough in the season, November, to make sense. Park stay, do all that, and then fly in there. But when me and Corey flying out of here to Sweden was $600 a person, so I said we could fly to Sweden, the same cost that we're flying to Orlando for. And it's because our local airport, they haven't released their direct flights yet for the back half. So it was usually, should be, $300-$400 flight for us is a $600 flight because we got to go through Chicago. So we just might go up that way with it and see how it is there. And because I got the notification on my phone for this, Colette, good morning to you. Good for you. Thanks for coming. Buy a Prius. $30 gets me like 400 miles. $50 to Florida. I mean, Darren's got a point. You can just drive. I'm not driving. 6 hours is my limit, man. And it'd take me far too long to get places. But we got to get out of here. This has been a great conversation today. We will be back here. Electric is my next car. I'm not doing electric. I'm going hybrid because I still need that gas to go along with it. And where I'm seeing hybrid, where the big difference is for like you, perfect because you're in town, and electric is great for that. Where electric sucks is when you're on the road, so road travels. Because I was looking at the Ford Maverick, and then I saw what it actually gets for like even the hybrid. It gets amazing in the city, but you get out on the interstates and stuff, and it sucks because you're not having that stop-go regen and stuff. But everything's going to go electric anyway, and that's just one other thing the man can shut off on me, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right. You guys have an amazing day. Look at this amazing conversation that we had out of nowhere today. We are going to do this again Friday morning. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then you take a break and you wait for Rye to come on at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is like 8 Pacific, and I'm not doing the rest of it, but you get the gist of it there. We also have, like I said, sign up for the VIP membership if you're interested in that, because that will get sent out to everybody on that sign up list today. It could sell out, we'll never make it anywhere else. So you want to make sure that if it's something you're interested in, you want to save a little extra money, that's what you can do, is get in there for that. All right, I'm finding a little thing for it. So yeah, all right, you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.